Hey guys and dolls out there in YouTube land, how y'all doing? So it is the final day of 2017. I know y'all can hear my kid over here talking. But anyway, he's not talking to me. So Keto in the Chaos did a Keto Tag, which is basically, I guess she made up some questions about keto to be answered by people doing keto. And I wrote them down and decided it would be kind of fun to answer these for people who watch my channel. Not saying y'all care, but you might. I don't know. So anyway, we're going to get to that. I promise. And tomorrow, I'll do my weigh-in and post it. Not super duper confident this time. I got to be honest with you. And it's not that I did badly. It's just I've been on the scale a little bit this week. But anyway, maybe I'll be surprised in the morning. I don't know. So the first question she asked was, how did you hear about keto? And I've answered this in another video, but I had been working out every day of the week for a month, and I posted something on Facebook along the lines of 31 workouts to go, 1 million more left, or 31 workouts down and a million more left, you know. And I was doing okay. In a month, I lost 5 pounds. And it's not too bad when you're actually working out and you're actively trying to change, you know, with other things other than, I'm going to beat him to death. He's grown, don't worry, I can beat him. It's only an assault charge now, it's not assault on a minor. But anyway, my brother-in-law posted back, well, check out keto. Like, okay. So I've heard of the high-fat diets before, and I didn't know a whole lot about it, but I decided to get on and just check it out. So I went to YouTube, looked it up, and there was just a ton of information about it. So I just kind of dived right in, and that same day I started eating more meats than anything, and took about a week to get really figure out what the carbs were and how to get them low. But I did it pretty good, and I was pretty pleased with it. It says, when did you start? So I started July 28th of 2017 doing keto. I think that means it's been 5 months now. Right at 5 months? I don't really know. 4 months. It's been 5 months. So anyway, okay, it says, why did you start? Well, obviously, number one, it's because I'm fat. And I don't want to be. Number 2 is because I'm unhealthy and I don't want to be. Number 3 is because I was pretty sure I was in the last leg of my life and I don't want to die. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. A few years back, and this is actually well before I started keto and everything, but it's when I realized there was a real big problem and I really needed to do something about it. But it's 4th of July. My grandson's other grandmother was taking him to see the fireworks, and I wanted to watch him with him, so I walked down there. It's probably about a 2-mile walk from the outskirts of the park down to where they shoot off the fireworks. And down there was kind of it was kind of hard getting down there, but it wasn't terrible. I was just out of breath, you know, but I was a big girl, so being out of breath after a 2-mile hike, yeah, of course. Well, anyway, on the way back, I ended up having to tell everybody to go ahead, that I was going to take my time, I'm going to go slower. And it was because I wasn't quite sure if I was going to have a heart attack or not. My daughter stayed with me, and it came to the point where I had to stop every 10 to 15 feet. Not just because my heart was beating in my eardrums, but because I was thinking that either my heart or my eardrums were going to explode.
It was. Yes, please.
And as the park cleared out, I watched bigger people than me walk right by me. I watched older people than me walk right by me. And I'm talking some of these people that I think were well within their 80s and not in the best of health. And some of these people were well above the weight I was. I should not have been having that problem.
I hope this time.
So it very much so screamed to me, I needed to do something now. And didn't know exactly what to do yet. Around about the same time, I decided to quit smoking, or I think it was a month after that. that I quit smoking 3 packs a day. So that was helpful. But of course, it wasn't the only problem I have. 311 pounds, not a good problem to have when you're issues. So I went to the doctor and they said I had had a significant heart event, although they didn't know what it was. So they sent me to the heart doctor. And I didn't stick around because I didn't want to know. So I left. But anyway, a while had passed, almost a year actually, and probably about a year and a half. And then I came out to have diabetes. Okay, so even worse. That's when I started. About a month after that's when I really started working out and doing it really every single day, watching what I was eating. And when my brother-in-law told me to go check out keto, it was the very best thing anybody could have done for me. He probably literally saved my life. Probably quite literally. Let's see. How much weight have you lost? So 5 pounds before keto, and that's probably about 52 after. I think altogether last week's weigh-in was 57 pounds. Now, again, I'm not very confident this week. The starting of my week was actually Christmas Day, and I'll tell you all about that in my weigh-in video tomorrow. So, as far as I know, 57 pounds. What kind of struggles have I had in keto? For the first 17 weeks, I had very little struggle. It was not very difficult. I did not crave. I didn't want anything. But then Thanksgiving rolled around. Some cheat days happened. And after that, it was really hard to get completely back on track. Now, for the most part, it was keto. But there was also other stuff in between. For those of you who don't know, I'm so sorry if you're new. Keto is a high-fat, moderate-protein, low-carb diet. Less than 20 carbs a day. 20 grams of carbs a day. And the other things vary per person. If you need help figuring it out, just ask and I'll try to help you figure it out. But there's also something called a keto calculator, and you can look it up on that for yourself. Let's see. How has keto changed your relationship with food? I think it's really, really changed because I'm not hungry all the time anymore. Unless I cheat. Then the next day or two, I'm starving to death. But as long as I stay away from the carbs and I stay high in fat and protein, I don't really get hungry. I mean, I can go almost all day and not even think about food, and then I'm like, I better eat something. But yeah, so it's not that big of a deal. Well, okay, I lied. It is a huge deal because, like I said, I'm not hungry all the time. I'm not looking for food all the time. The boredom eating is not as much a problem because I'm not hungry at all. And it's not like when you eat carbs that you always say, well, I could eat. Well, this, I really don't want to eat. It's not that I couldn't. It's that I don't want to. Okay, let's see. How has keto changed other areas of your life? Well, I'm not so scared I'm going to die anymore. I look at the future in a different light. Especially as far as like buying jewelry goes, I'm like, well, in a few months those rings probably won't fit me. Or I'll have to switch them over to another finger. But they're beautiful. Just got them for Christmas. I think I showed these off. I'm not sure. But I do love it. It's 3 rings. And of course my daughter just got me this one for my birthday in November. So, and right now they're pretty snug, but it's late in the evening. During the earlier hours of the day, they twist and turn and they're all over the place. So I do think eventually they'll be kind of moving fingers. But for right now, we'll give it a go. Also, with clothing, I have to double think, I don't need to go out and buy clothing, or a lot of clothing anyway, because hopefully in a few months, those clothes won't fit me either. Hopefully. Let's see. Are you keto for life? Yes. Pretty definitely, yes. And there might be some cheating here and there, but for the most part, for 99.99%, I'm keto for life. Because, look, it's just like with any diet. You can have success with almost any diet. As long as you're, paying attention to what you're doing. You can have almost success with almost any diet, but the minute you back off, the minute you decide to go back to your old ways, you're going to gain your weight back. It's actually against your body's nature to lose weight. And when you start regaining weight, your body wants to get a little above what you were so it has a bumper in case you starve again. So it's against your body's nature to lose weight. So pretty much whatever diet you do needs to become a way of life. And that's just the brains. Would you recommend keto? Hells yeah. I would recommend it to anybody and everybody, unless you're type 1 diabetic. Then you probably need to do whatever you need to do with diet, with the doctor. But for everybody overweight, or everybody looking to get healthier, everybody trying to get away from cancer issues, yes, look into keto. Please look into keto. And understand that it's not a one-size-fits-all diet. In fact, the Keto and Chaos, she is a high protein, moderate fat, low carb. And the keto I do is high fat, moderate protein, low carb. So our protein and fats are mixed, or different anyway. So I have seen her have great success with that, and I have seen other people have great success this way, and I've heard people say this way doesn't work and that way doesn't work for them. So try it one way. If it doesn't work for you, try it the other way. And also, if you stall out, you can try it the other way and just kind of figure out what's right for you and your body. I look like hell tonight. I just realized that. I really look like hell tonight. But yeah. It's New Year's Eve. What the hell do you want from me? I'm not out getting drunk. I ought to get drunk. Me.
What do you mean?
And the last question. What are my keto goals for 2018? To continue losing weight. To continue getting healthier. To continue being happy. I'm always happy anyway, even when I'm stupid. It's the best thing ever. Quite honestly, I'll just be happy when it's not 19 degrees outside. 15. It's 15 degrees outside. It's North Carolina. It's not supposed to be 15 damn degrees in North
That sounds
Carolina.
bad.
Okay, anyway. The water in my kitchen
See a
is
doctor about
frozen.
that.
That's not cool.
You should see a doctor about that.
Okay, anyway. But anyway, you know what I think my goal is? So far, I am at last weigh-in. I was 254, something like that. Anyway, I think my goal for 2018, my ultimate goal for 2018, is to get into Wonderland, what they call Wonderland, which is 199.9
Yeah,
or below.
just pull them like till you can see them.
To see the 100 mark. That is my ultimate goal, and that's 54 pounds away, so I'm thinking it's very doable. I hope it's doable anyway. And to get a clean bill of health and come off my blood pressure medication. That would be amazing. So I am not currently taking anything other than vitamins and my blood pressure medication. So I would just really like to be off the the blood pressure medication and be in Wonderland. Those are my ultimate goals for 2018. So by the time 2019 rolls around, I would like to tell you I'm off this thing, so I'm in Wonderland. Check it out. I showed y'all the other day my daughter and son got me a necklace piece for Christmas. My daughter actually found me another necklace she wanted me to have, so I got this little gold owl. And he is so cute. It's not real, I think he's gold filled, but it doesn't matter, he's pretty. So I'm probably, I don't know how I'm going to wear all these necklaces because I became necklace rich during Christmas this year. But you'll see one or the other probably, unless I forget because I'm stupid. So happy New Year's to you. 4 hours from now that ball drops, or probably about 3 hours by the time I post this, but about 3 hours from now the ball will drop, and it'll be 2019, and the only thing different, 2018, and the only real difference is that you will have to remember to write 2018 instead of 2017, and that's going to take you 11 months, so, Happy New Year's. May you all be happy, healthy, safe, and well-loved. See you tomorrow with my weigh-in. Much love to you, YouTube.